Welcome to another episode of What Grinds My Gears. Today I am going to be talking about unprofessional people, hacks, hack mechanics, hack work, piss poor work, poor performance, everything you want to call it. Now, to be honest with you, I wanted to call the title of this video Hack Work, or Hack Workers, or something along that lines. But it looks like as if I'm going to have to change that. The definition of hack is to cut or sever with repeated, irregular, or unskillful blows. Cut or shape as if by crude or ruthless strokes. Ruthlessness, just being a brute, no skill. Now, the definition of hack work is literally artistic or professional work done on order, usually according to formula and in conformity with commercial standards. So, unbeknownst to me, I've been calling it hack work for a long time, not realizing the definition of hack work was actually something very good. So, I am trying to use the word hack with these people. They are hacks. We think of them as crude, brutal, ruthless, very unskillful. That is what most of us mean when we say, hey, you're a hack. So, I will be using that as the definition. I may have to come up with a new title for this video. We will see once I put it up. Anyhow, something I ran into today while repairing or attempting to repair an issue with somebody's stove. She had someone out there from the gas company who had thought that it was the wall switch that was the issue, and it turns out it is not. And it was nothing to do with this particular worker because he led us in that direction and we followed it. But once I started taking things apart, I found that the switch on the wall is one of them very cheap, very crude, very poor switches that they apparently use after construction because it doesn't actually have a box on the wall. It just has like a screw with a little flipper deal that hooks to the drywall, and then you just shove it in there, put a cover on it quick. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. Anyway, but whoever had done that obviously was a hack or an unskilled worker, and I absolutely hate that type of work because it's just really shoddy work. That's a more common term and probably fits better. See, wall switch, drywall switch. Let's just try that one, see what it comes up, see if I can find what I am looking for. Remodeling boxes. Anyhow, what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that I really hate to come across these issues a lot of times, and I see it so many times where somebody's cut a corner or screwed something up and they've tried to fix it and done really poor because they did not want to go back and do it right. And that just makes me mad because there's just no room for that in the real world. There's no excuse for it. You guys are seeing the pictures here kind of okay. This is your standard box, what you should be seeing. What I found was basically a rectangular hole in the wall, and it had the just a regular switch, and it had a screw that goes, like, say this was the screw of my finger. The screw went back here, and there's a little thing that flipped up like that and would catch the drywall on both sides. Therefore not needing an actual box and not very secure and all made of plastic. And the wires actually were, think of a scotch lock in the automotive world, where you basically pinch the wires between two sharp edges and it creates connection. I had no idea they had made such things for the home. Very poor. I wish I could figure out where I could find them. Maybe I'll try an image search quick. But have you guys ever run across these things? It just absolutely just terrible work. How many times do I run across somebody who's cross-threaded a bolt, left it be, or they've welded something instead of replacing it? You know, it's something that had been a cheap fix and they just decide not to even try that much. Just absolutely terrible. Oh man, I wish I could find a real picture of this. I can't find it. It was just the weirdest goddamn thing, and it really pisses me off. I mean, I can see it happening when somebody has the house is already built and they are adding in a stove or some stupid thing, and that's what they chose to do instead of, trying to do the right thing. But this should have been with the house, and it was just no good. It was the equivalent of a push-in switch on a lawnmower or something, like it would just snap into place. But I mean, it didn't actually snap, but it was something along those lines. It's just a quick, easy thing that they could do without having to actually invest in any time. But back to the actual idea of this video is I know you guys have seen it. You guys have run across it. Somebody over tightened a screw. It stripped out. They left it there. Now you had to fix it. How do you go about fixing that? There's 10 million different issues in the home, in your car, at work. How many times have you been stuck with somebody who was there before you and left something alone that they could have fixed and just covered it up, or whatever the case may be. But that stuff just pisses me off like no other, because it's just so poorly done, and there's no real reason for it. Because okay, we do this once this way, and then it comes back, and then you gotta fix it again. There's never enough time to do it right the first time, but there's always time to fix it later on. But then you're under the gun because everyone's like, well, we gotta have this done, we gotta have this done, and it's just terrible. And I'm not finding what I want, even in an image search. So I guess I failed to find what I was looking for. I guess I should have took a picture of it while I was out to show you guys. Yeah, and watch me come across it after we stop the video going here. So I guess I'd just like to get your guys' comments and thoughts on that, because I'm sure you've run across it as much as I have. And it just, I don't know, I guess I'm just not one for shoddy work. Don't get me wrong, there's instances where you may not have much choice and you have to do something like that. But if at all possible, I try to avoid it every time. There are definitely instances where you can't avoid doing kind of a half-assed jury-rig fix or some other such thing, because there's just nothing there to work with at all, because whoever was there before you made it that way with whatever they did, or perhaps it's on a vehicle and everything's rusted away, rotted, whatever. It'd take extensive work to fix that issue, and the item is not worth it, or whatever the case may be. So if I find a picture of this thing, I will add it to the video, otherwise we'll leave it at that. So you guys give me your ideas, your comments, your situations. Make some reply videos. I'd appreciate that to see what you guys have to say, because I know there is definitely just a ton of that out there that everybody's come across, and I guess I'd kind of like to hear your stories as well. Today just kind of sparked my thought on that, because you just see it way too much. And I know I'm repeating myself a lot, so I'm going to end the video here. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some reply vids, please. I really would appreciate that. I'll catch you guys on the next video.